Welcome to Rock Your Body Truth, and today I'm going to guide you through a standing mat workout. So this is taking some of the mat work exercises and bringing them up to standing to challenge our center, work on our posture and our alignment. I'm going to stand slightly side on to you for some of the exercises so you can hopefully check out my alignment and get an idea of what I'm doing here. So we're going to be in Pilates stance, heels together, hips turned out, connected to our seat. And this is the setup is what is going to help you really feel your abs all the way through these exercises. Okay, so with the Pilates stance, at the moment, you probably have most of your weight into your heels, I'd imagine. We want to have more contact with the toes into the mat. So we're going to lengthen up the stomach, and as you lengthen up the stomach, make sure you don't overly squeeze your glutes. You actually want to feel like the lengthening up of your stomach is lengthening your lower back. So that way you get that sense of the spine being much more upright and your chest being more open. From here, you're going to press the toes into the mat. So you're slightly changing your center of gravity. So you're shifting it ever so slightly forward, which should actually get you fired up into the abs a little bit here. Remember, just check in with that alignment. We don't want to be arching in the back. Okay, so from here, keep checking in on this, hip flexors open. It's quite challenging already just to stand in this position, but we're going to begin with heel lifts. Maintain this alignment and the center of gravity slightly forward. Just have your arms relaxed by the side of the body, but always connecting into the waist, and lifting the heels up on your inhale, and exhale, really lengthen the stomach down to your heels. That should help keep your lower back lengthened. Inhale up and exhale down. Really keep that length. Inhale up. Stay ever so slightly pitched forward with your center of gravity and down. In, up, lengthen the inner thighs. Exhale, keep lengthening the inner thighs as the heels go down. Last one, and up and down. So once we're on the mat, we always start with 100. So this is going to be quite interesting how we're going to do it here on standing. Okay, so you're going to really imagine that you're lying on the mat. So you can feel the whole length of your body. I'd still want you slightly pitched forward. You're going to bring the arms forward with the feeling of reaching down into the waist. Okay, and from here, we're going to work at a curl up. So as we curl up when we're in standing, we want to replicate the feeling on the mat. So we want to remember that it's quite an effort to curl up the upper body. But of course, because we're on the mat, your bottom has nowhere to go. So we don't want to curl up the upper body and stick our bottom out, because that's doing nothing into the stomach. So instead, as you flex into your upper body here, into your waist, you want to feel like you're keeping the hips forward and open and the legs active. And boy, can I feel my abs. And then I come up. So the movement is really isolated into this waist area. So inhale, curling up. Bring the arms, step back. And then exhale, lift the arms up and come up again. Inhale, curl. I'm still going to call it a curl up. Hips are open. Press the hips forward, open the chest here. And then exhale, coming up. Let's do one more and then we'll take it into the 100. So curling up, keep the stomach pulled in. Nice. And then come up. And then we're going to stay there and we're going to pump the arms for the 100. So this is going to feel a little bit different, because now what we want to do is keep the body as still as we can as we pump the arms. So think of pumping the arms slightly behind you here. And keep the body as still as you can. The chest open with that feeling of being curled up. Pitch the body slightly forward. Breathing in fully, out fully. 10 times as always. Maybe pump a little bit slower to help you keep more stable and try not to move the body too much. Whoa, this is hard. Lengthen through your inner thighs. Keep opening the hips. You've got to squeeze your seat. Keep going. I think about 3 more breath cycles. Woo. And 2 more. Last one. Pick the body up. Give yourself a big stretch. Wow, I felt my abs. And now bring the arms forward and we're going to do the roll up. Still going to call it a roll up because we're going to imagine that we're lying on the mat. Same way that you started the 100. We find that flexion, keeping the hips open. We keep the legs exactly as they are and we keep rolling. So you want to think of lengthening and lifting your spine. The weight is mainly in your toes, but you're still reaching down through the heels. Inhale here, lift up into your belly, into your waist, and exhale, lift the spine, rolling back down into that imaginary mat. Take an inhale here, exhale, rolling down. Keep the body pitched forward. Think of keeping the hips open. Inhale here. And then exhale, rolling up, which would be rolling down into the mat. Are you keeping the length of the lower back? Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Keeping the hips open. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Can you go a little bit further? Take an inhale here. Exhale, rolling back down to our imaginary mat. Taking the arms up and stretch them down. Wow, that was tough. Really work at making sure that you're not shifting the hips forward and back, and then you'll really feel that connection into your stomach and waist, and work the seat and the legs. Okay. Single leg stretch. All right, I'm going to face forward for this one. So the single leg stretch, I'm going to be in a parallel position, and this is really teaching us how to pick up the legs from our center, which is really good for working on our balance actually, and our awareness of how we move in space. So the single leg stretch, we're going to do it with an upright spine. On the mat would normally be in flexion, but let's stay upright. Okay, so the tricky thing here is that, of course, we're going to be picking up one leg to stretch it, reaching the other one down, and then we're going to switch the legs. And this way we don't want to swish the body around too much. So you've got to stand tall, reach down as you pick up the other leg and give it a stretch. Ooh, this is where imbalances come up. And then reach down through the leg as you pick up the other leg. Reach down through the leg. I recommend an exhale here. Take an inhale, reach down. Exhale, pull the leg up. Step strong and down. Use your stomach to lift the belly. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. Woo. One more each side. And down. Oh, my goodness me. This is fun. Okay, the double leg stretch. We're going to go back to Pilates stance, and we're going to go back to the flexion that you had in the 100. Okay, so let's have the arms out, Pilates stance, and we're going to find that flexion again. So coming into your upper body flexion, keeping the hips open. So not where you curl up, don't let the hips go behind you. So here we go. So we're going to curl up, keep the hips open. So we're going to stay in this round position, and you're going to come down and take your shins. So you're staying rounded. Let me go to the side. So we're staying rounded, and then you're going to come up and you're going to stay rounded, just as if you were in the mat. So we're going to go inhale, pull the belly in, away from your thighs, and exhale, reach your heels down. Inhale, remember we're in flexion, and then exhale, lift from the waist. Inhale down, exhale, lift from the waist, pull the belly in tight. Inhale down, And exhale, lift the belly, lift up your arms, lift up the body. Give yourself a big stretch and take the arms down. Okay, spine stretch forward. You're going to come into a V like you would in seated. So think about this again. If you're on the mat, you wouldn't be able to shift your hips back. You'd be going through the floor. That's not going to happen. So take the legs open. Have the arms out in front of you. Think about coming, this is hard work. We're going to think about coming forward from that same place where you did your flexion from for the other exercises. Okay, and again, keeping the hips where they are. So let's take an inhale, lift your spine out of your hips here, and exhale. Think of stretching your spine forward, lifting the belly. Inhale here, relax the shoulders, reach into your waist. And exhale, lifting the spine, open up your chest, right up to the crown of the head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stay lifted as you stretch forward. Inhale, lift the belly in tight, relax the shoulders. Exhale to come up. Inhale at the top, exhale forward. Remember, you've got to really use your stomach to not let the hips shift forward, and the legs have got to be active. And exhale up. Let's use that inhale at the bottom to really stretch the spine a little bit forward with the lift of the belly. Exhale up. And the inhale here is to sit up taller. One more. Or stand taller. And up. Take the arms up. Stay in the open leg position. I'm going to face you now. We're going to do the saw now. Okay. So the legs are a little bit wider. You're going to really work on keeping your hips square now. So take the arms out to the side. We're adding rotation. So we rotate to the right. So you're looking over that right leg, just like you do on the mat. And then you take the arms around, keep the hips square as you reach over that right leg. Try not to let your bottom sink back, the hips sink back. Inhale here, reaching by lifting the belly. Exhale up. And take an inhale to twist. Exhale to reach, keep your hips square. Inhale, pull the belly in and up. Exhale to come up. Other side, inhale. Exhale, work on keeping the hips square. That's your priority rather than reaching down. That's your priority. And up. And again, inhale, hips stay square. And up. On the last one each side, we're going to take that a little bit further. We're going to rotate. We're actually going to go all the way down. So you're going to think of lifting the arm up. Maybe the hips might go back a little bit, but just now lift the belly square off the hips. And then we're going to come up. Take on the other side. Keep the hips as square as you can, but allow yourself to go all the way down. Square your hips off. Lift your belly. And come up. Awesome work. Okay, bring the legs in to Pilates stance. We're going to finish with chest expansion. So bring yourself into the same alignment when you started. So with the body slightly pitched forward, you really should be feeling the lift of your belly, lengthening your lower back. Relax in your glutes. Try not to squeeze them too tight. Okay, so we're going to do the chest expansion. Arms connected into the waist, body's pitched forward, the center of gravity slightly forward. So you've got the weight in your toes, and you're going to press the arms back to widen and open your chest. Turn to the right, turn to the left, then forward. Keep the body slightly forward as you bring the arms up. Inhale, reach back, open your chest to the left, to the right, forward. Exhale, lengthen the belly, lift the arms up. Inhale, down and back, to the right, to the left, forward, lifting up. And again, press back, open up to the left, to the right, forward, lift the belly up a little bit more, take the arms up, take a little stretch of your upper back, open the chest, take the arms down, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. That was fun. See you again next time.